guys, Pastor Eddie sitting here in Miami at gate D60, ready to get to Gettysville, headed back from Haiti, 2013. We are black about now. But anyway, hey, Haiti was a blast. You missed it. I encourage you to come with us next year on our mission trip, wherever we go, wherever God leads us to go. But in Haiti, here's the biggest thing that happened, was that God broke me. And he showed me so many things in me that he wants to take out of me. There's so many things that he's already placed in me. And I will never be the same. One of the biggest things is, I believe it was Friday night that we stayed up late, myself, Victoria, JC, and Elsie, and just being able to talk to them and to talk to them as a dad to daughters, and just seeing how mature they are in the Lord, how proud I am of them, and just what God's doing inside of them really encouraged me, but also it continued to break my heart for what breaks his, and which is for you guys, the students. So I will never be the same for that, and I want to thank those three for pouring into my life more than I poured into theirs this week. But just being able to talk to kids dealing with issues that a lot of teenagers deal with, dealing with relationships and sex and all that stuff, and just saying, you know what, as a dad, enjoy being a kid right now. Don't worry about being an adult. You have that to look forward to in your life. But right now, you just need to be enjoyed to being a kid and enjoy being a child of God, which we all are. So I would encourage you guys to just be who God's called you to be. Don't try to rush and grow up. Anyway, God bless.
One thing I learned in this trip was that in America we have everything that we need that's essential for life, but we're never thankful for anything that we have, or we don't thank God as much as we need to, or He should be thanked. But in Haiti, every single thing that they have is worth something, even though it may not be worth something in America, and they thank God for every single thing that they have. And we need to thank God more than what we do now. So, and the trip was good, and everybody should have the experience that I had in this trip.
So, this past week while I've been in Haiti, God's just kind of broken my heart. Like, whenever I saw this, river thing where, people would, go and take baths, and right whenever I saw it, I just started feeling like, wow, that could be me. I mean, that's pretty hard to do and stuff, and, think that animals that bathe in that too, as well as people. That just kind of broke my heart, and it was just all muddy and stuff, and it just broke my heart. And I saw people just homeless on the side of the road, and it just made me really sad. And then I would go to the orphanage, and it broke my heart because they don't have air conditioning, which is totally fine because you get used to it, but they don't have air conditioning, and they have limited water, and they have limited everything. So it just God just kind of opened my eyes on how much I'm blessed.
Okay. After coming back from our trip to Haiti this past week, I learned a couple of really great things from the Lord. But one of them I think that was most important from this trip for me personally was just learning about my testimony. Because I grew up in a home where I haven't faced any trouble, I've never really had a very deep past. I've always kind of done what God said and been obedient to Him. I felt like my testimony was invalid. But the Lord taught me this week that it's okay if I haven't contemplated suicide, or if I haven't had an impure past, or if I haven't had anything like this, because He's thankful that I've been faithful to Him. It doesn't discredit my testimony that I haven't had one of these experiences. That's been very special to me, because it showed me that the Lord knows what He's doing, that He's faithful, that He's proud of me. He doesn't want me to face something wrong. He wants me to walk in Him and be faithful and obedient to Him, just like He is to me, as far as sharing and adapting to God's characteristics. So that's been very freeing and uplifting for me. I've been very relieved and thankful that the Lord has revealed that to me.
To be complacent means to be self-satisfied, and if we're complacent, then we're not relying on God, we're relying on ourselves, and then we're not going to grow the way that we need to spiritually. So this trip, I really realized that I was in a place of complacency, and that was not okay, and that I just let that guard down, and I just focused my eyes on God. And
I'm so glad that God gave me the opportunity to go to Haiti this week, especially with my girls. He showed me so many things about myself, really how spoiled I am at home, how much I really need to depend on God more for everyday life. In the States, we get so spoiled by everything being so accessible. And even though I've trusted God for everything in my life, it's just like this trip has really made it go even deeper of how much I have to truly depend on Him for every little thing, including fresh air and just a cool breeze and just ice water. But I do thank God for just what He's done deep within me. It's so hard to express it in words. But I know as days come, you'll see more and more of that fruit that's going to come forward.
Well, one thing that I've learned from this trip, and I've made many, many trips to Haiti, is I think reconfirmed within me just how small I am and just how big God is. As I treated the patients that came through the clinic, and as I talked with the workers in the orphanage, and as I played with the children, and as I looked out over the mountainside, and just God reconfirmed to me, especially through getting the word out of Nehemiah, that God breathed and everything came into existence. And He breathed each individual, that He used me as a vessel to touch, and He breathed me into existence. And to have that perspective of just how small we are, yet He still loves us no matter what. That He created us to be the very beings to give Him praise and give Him glory, and we lose sight of that so easy in a day or in the moment of a day, because we let so many other things interrupt our thoughts and interrupt our actions, that we don't give the time and the effort and the thought to just how great God is within us. So I think that reaffirmed that to me this week.
I enjoyed coming to Haiti just to be with the people, and how God just helps me relax more. My daily world back at home is just a lot of stress. When I come home, when I get over here to Haiti, it was just God's telling me you just need to relax, show me love of Jesus, and I love being with the kids, and with them, and they're never been easy for me, but I try to do a lot better this time. I just enjoyed the peace I had out of it.
And He did wonderful this time.
Now it's recording.
We are on the escalator in Miami Airport.
Get some coffee.
Coffee, baby. Coffee. Coffee, baby. Coffee.
Long elevator or escalator.
Oh, here we go.